Welcome to First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. I'm your host, James Gardner, certified athletic therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, yoga instructor, human being. This platform, for the pros, by the pros, anybody in the performance space, and beyond. Welcome here to share in the stories of professionals, experiences, journeys, learning along the way. It's a platform to connect, to network, and to be a part of a community that cares, with conversations that matter, experiences that resonate, and generate ideas, thought-provoking, organic dialogue, passionate pros. Brought to you as always by First Star Therapy, Mobility Tape, Epic, and Benchmark Athletics, in association with the Canadian Athletic Therapists Association. It's First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. All right, welcome back to Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast, the official podcast of WFATT. We are live from the exhibitor hall once again. This is our leadership group, our leadership summit. We have presidents from various associations. We'll go around the table, have you introduce yourself, your association, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. What is the World Congress? What is WFATT? What does it mean to our individual organizations? And ultimately, what does it mean in the leadership space of growing our profession of athletic therapy and athletic training? So to my right, away you go.
Well, I am Kirsten. I am the current president with Canadian Athletic Therapy Association.
I'm Kathy Dieringer. I am the president of the National Athletic Trainers Association.
I'm Heng-Ju from Taiwan. I'm the Taiwan Athletic Trainer Society's president.
And I'm Brian Zeller. I'm the current World Federation of Athletic Training and Therapy president.
So multiple countries represented. Not all of the countries that are represented here. We're in Israel. We're in Tel Aviv. We're supporting the growth of this profession through, as you mentioned this morning, global leadership, collaborative championing of growth in the collective profession. What does this mean to WFATT to be here in Tel Aviv? Let's start there with you, Brian.
Yeah, it's great. Number one, obviously the World Federation wants to be able to put on a Congress that helps support not only the profession, but also supports the local organization. And so having the chance to come to Israel with a organization, Ono Academic College, that's just started this development of a program, just started the profession basically, and giving them a chance to have kind of a little shot in the arm, a chance for people to come in, give, world-class presentations, have individuals from multiple different nations being supportive in that. It allows hopefully for them to get this jump start, and allows them, they're very specific on some of the people they've elected to bring in as well, between the person from the Israel Olympic Committee, a team physician, people that hopefully will lead to more opportunities later on down the line. And then honestly, we see a lot of students in there. And like we mentioned this morning, they're the future of our profession. And if we can get them engaged right now, it just means more growth for Israel. Okay. And so I can't be more happy and thankful, for the Canadian Athletic Therapy Association, National Athletic Trainers, Taiwan, being here, coming to this conference and supporting what that mission is amazing.
Kathy, maybe I'll throw it to you as the largest organization in WFATT, the NATA, with over 56, somewhere near 60,000 members in the NATA is pretty close, maybe kind of close on the accuracy on the number, but definitely more than there are in Israel. So what is the role of the NATA at WFATT right now in the growth of Israel's athletic therapy and training profession?
Yeah, sure. I want to build a little bit on what Brian said. The energy in the room here is palpable. You're seeing a group of athletic therapists who see what's possible. And when you get that type of vision, that type of hope in this association, there's nothing they can't accomplish. And our role here is to reflect on where we've been as an association. Years and years and years ago, we were where Israel is. Now, there's been a lot of years in between, so we've made some progress. And what I'm encouraging them to do is to talk to all of these associations. And what did you do well? And where were your missteps? Let us learn from your mistakes so that we can get where we want to be, perhaps faster, perhaps. That's our hope. But yeah, we're here just to be whatever kind of resource we can be to every association, but especially an upstart like Israel. We're excited about the future.
Yeah, awesome. And we just had Adam Anacone on here, who's made some bridges from UTA to Ono Academic College here, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, through social opportunities in the evenings and things like that, those connective pieces, those conversations, it starts with that. It starts with a conversation. Heng-Ju, over to you from Taiwan.
Yes.
We didn't have a chance to meet last year, but now we have a chance to meet. We have a chance to sort of showcase what's going on in Taiwan from an athletic therapy and athletic training standpoint. And how does that relate to what's going on here?
Okay, the athletic trainer system has been developed in Taiwan about 20 years already. So we learned a lot of things from NATA, and I'm happy to be here. I can learn from the experienced societies and to learn from their mistake and to learn from their advice. And I think we can be better and better. That's the purpose what I'm here. And I'm also happy to see what Israel been doing. They just start to develop this system. I think they will be better and better.
Beautiful. And we had the leadership summit yesterday. We had the town hall. We have presentations. Kirsten, over to you. We're from the same governing body. You are the president. So the CATA. You're representing the CATA here. What does this World Congress offer to the CATA? What will you bring back from this conference to the CATA, to its membership? Anything along those lines?
Well, mostly just strengthening relationships, creating new relationships as well. Building on some of those stepping stones that we've already started. Looking at what Taiwan is doing, looking at what NATA is doing, particularly in how their skill sets are, see what we can bring to Canada to improve our own profession as well. And then also worldwide, how do we strengthen that profession just across the board?
Amazing captures, and I meant to mention earlier, but I'm extremely humbled to be able to host this and be amongst this group that's at this side of the table, just to pose the questions and to generate some of this information, this dialogue out to people that can't be here, but also people that are here. This in-person element of a World Congress is critical, in my opinion. You know, we came out of a pandemic, the person-to-person interaction to a person that I've had the opportunity to connect with here makes a difference. Like you said, the energy is palpable. It can't be done virtually. These podcasts are virtual so that we can bring some of this information to people that couldn't make it, but also to generate interest into the future of being here in person. So whoever wants to jump on that one, but the value of the in-person connection as we grow as a profession and support one another.
It's huge. I mean, I think we've all felt that over the last number of years, where not having that opportunity to get together and meet and interact. I think some of the best things that occur at a conference often happens outside of that conference. You learn a lot, but some of the relationships that you build, the collaborations, the networks that you build happen in the hallways. They happen at night. They happen over lunch.
They happen right here in these exhibitors.
Exactly.
Exactly. Good background noise here.
And so those opportunities are huge. And then now we're talking about a global conference, right? And so, you know, we do get together maybe a little bit more often, maybe at the national level, but having a chance for, you know, having a colleague from Taiwan here and our colleagues from Canada and the US and Israel and Greece, you know, Stavros being here. Those are things that you can't do over Zoom. It's not the same, right? It's something that you have so much more knowledge that's built. So it's important.
Yeah, it's so easy now. We all have to do professional development. It's a part of our responsibility as healthcare providers and part of our certification. And it's so easy to get those virtually. I mean, let's just be honest. You log on, you get your CEU, you log off, and you're done. But the soft part of it, the networking, the relationships, those connections that down the road you need when you want a new job or when you need a mentor, those can't be quantified in a virtual forum. Being together, like you said, a lot of the best business happens in the hallways. So getting back in person has been, I think, tremendously important, especially for our profession. We are a people profession, and you can't develop those relationships as well over a Zoom screen. You just can't.
No, absolutely. And yes, I'm very thankful for the Zoom aspect, because 20, 30 years ago, if this pandemic had happened, it would have been an absolutely different type of environment.
Right.
However, just to gain, like I echoed from Brian and Kathy, just the relationships, the one-on-one conversations that you're able to have when you can't do that in a Zoom meeting. But then also just the networking is beyond anything that you would be able to do as well.
I think WFATT is a very good platform for people to meet here. And I can feel the temperature. I feel warm, you know. Yeah,
That's
it's very
beautiful.
good. Yes. Yeah. And I think I feel I'm not alone, because we've been trying to promote the athletic trainers idea and as a therapist concept for many years. And I'm happy to be here and to see a lot of people doing the same thing like us. We are not alone, and we should push harder.
Yeah, beautiful. And knowing that you don't have to be perfect, knowing that there are mistakes along the way, this is how we learn. Do as we say, but also as we do, and also as we don't, right? Like, this is how we grow. We make mistakes, we challenge each other, we're in the same space. A really big piece for me and for constituents that are here is the ability to shake hands with experts. And you touched on a few of the experts that are presenting, and to be able to grab a coffee or whatever other beverage of choice later on at night, whatever the thing might be, but shake hands with experts and break down barriers of, I'm in awe of Kathy. She's the president of the NATA, but here we are sitting across from one another. There's that barrier that we can break down. And then there's the barrier of breaking down international walls or borders between us by getting together. I think like there's a lot of power in this. And again, doing this in the exhibitor hall where we have background noise, we have relationships building with, you know, the primary sponsor, Mueller Sports Medicine, some of the research that's being presented, all of these things. Like, it's just, like you said, it's palpable, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So for our new constituents, for the students that are here at Illinois Academic College, they're getting exposure to global leaders in the field. Anything that you're looking forward to in terms of presenters or seeing old friends or new friends from the presenters that are here today? No biases, nothing like that, but having Sue Falsone up as a keynote speaker, pretty amazing. We're going to try and hook her for a session later on, but for a student who's just coming out to have that ability in person to walk up and say, thank you for doing the work that you're doing. Let me be the first on this podcast to thank each and every one of you for doing the work that you're doing and to share this with our constituents that are here, as well as the ones that aren't. This is work that is thankless a lot of times. Sometimes this role feels thankless, but this profession is a people profession and a really beautiful space. And you made a great capture. It was like feeling the warmth and understanding this. I'll let you go with that wherever you want to go, but what do you look forward to as the president of WFATT? Let's not generalize it. You can generalize, doesn't have to be a specific speaker, but what do you look forward to here?
The chance, you mentioned students, so I'm just going to go there because I'm an educator as well. I love the chance to be able to say hi to a student and just have a short conversation with them, to be able to give them my card or something like that and say, you know, I'm here. I reach out. If you have a question, I'm happy to answer that question for you. And so our speakers, the setup for our sessions, I think, is very diverse. We have things that are very specific, maybe from an anatomical or an injury prevention standpoint or an injury evaluation standpoint. But then you have some great treatment things that are occurring. The workshops, I think, are going to be great opportunities to get 30 to 40 people together and do something hands-on for a period of time. So, you know, it's everything about a conference. You know, I don't think it's atypical, except for the fact that we are in a foreign country, long ways from home for me, at least, and for a number of us, and having the opportunity to do it. And I think that makes a difference. And one last thing I'll just mention is that from a professional standpoint, I think some of the collaborations that may come out of it, whether it's a research project, whether it is an organizational type project that comes out of this, I hope there's 2, 3, 10 things that maybe all of a sudden occur, and then we'll see a publication 3 years from now that maybe started here.
Yeah. Heng-Ju, over to you in terms of what were you looking forward to coming in, and has it met your expectations so far?
I was looking forward to have a chance to collaborate for research. So Brian just mentioned about this. This is very good. I'm doing the biomechanics research by using a three-dimensional motion analysis, and I'm looking forward to collaborate with researchers here at MED, and that's my first goal. The other thing is I saw a lot of students, they come to this conference. I'm so surprised because usually students won't come to this kind of conference quite often, but most of them are students. So that means in Israel, they try to learn a lot of things and they have a really strong motivation to learn. I'm happy to see it too.
Amazing. Kathy, to you, we go from the NATA and you're allowed to expand into the world. Like, this is a pretty amazing feat, no matter how large or how sometimes our perspective from Canada is the NATA has got it figured out. They're everywhere. ATCs are everywhere. But here you are, pushing the profession forward and globally. It's amazing.
Yeah, athletic training and therapy has such a unique skill set, and that we have a hashtag that we use a lot that's called AT for all. And what we mean by that is every patient deserves the skill set of an athletic trainer or therapist. That's just what we believe and what we advocate for. So that's not restricted to the continental 50. It's just not. The United States has a huge membership of athletic trainers, yes, but we are global. And how can we make sure that every patient who wants the benefits of our skill set has access to them? And so how can we help CATA? How can we help Taiwan? How can we help all of these other countries to make that happen? We're happy to do that without forcing ourselves on anybody. We just want to help. We want to make it better. The exciting topics that I'm seeing here reflect the growth of the profession as we're getting more into sports science. And our leadership in that space is unquestionable. So how can we make sure that every athletic trainer, every athletic therapist has that background in sports science, so that we're leading the way? We are leading the way of returning to sport safely using the data that's now available to us. I think we should be leading that charge as well.
Amazing. Kirsten, in the CATA, Kathy just mentioned AT for all, the hashtag. In Canada, we use the term or the sentence athletic therapy for everyone, right? Or is for everyone. Could this be the unifying language for our profession? As this we talked about yesterday, what are the unifying factors? What are you seeing as sort of like unified vision in your experience here so far?
Yeah, absolutely. That can absolutely be I mean, athletic therapy is for everybody. There are athletes, doesn't matter whether you're a new mom, whether you're an 80-year-old that's just trying to walk across the street. You are an athlete in any form that you want to be. And I think that is the case for everybody across the world. So that's where we need to unify that and just grow that profession in that aspect. Yes, we are extremely important in the sports industry and that on-field care as well, which is unique to us. However, everybody can be an athlete as well, and that's what we want to. Lost my words.
Yeah, personify or
yes,
like capture, right? Yeah,
yes,
yeah, exactly. No, and I think all great points. And Brian, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know there's presentations going on. We're in the exhibitor hall. It's probably going to fill up here shortly. I'll leave you with the last words. But it's a skill set and a language that knows no borders. And I think that's the push on my side. That's the push that we want to share with students in Taiwan, with students here in Israel, with the NATA that's well established, with the CATA that's getting to be well established, and globally to support one another. It's movement, it's performance, it doesn't have a language barrier. So I'll leave it to you, Brian, as the president of WFATT, to sort of wrap this up. But again, it's Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast, the official podcast of WFATT, in the exhibitor hall, live from Tel Aviv, World Congress number 12. Over to you.
All right. Well, first of all, James, thank you again for being here. I appreciate the opportunity to have you here and to be able to showcase the great events that are happening at the World Congress this year. Again, when we think about athletic training and athletic therapy, we're talking about actually a small amount of the world that actually has the profession. And so anytime we get a chance to be able to say, well, there's another area, another country, another region that might be interested in starting something like this, that's a win. That's a win. And we hope to continue to have those discussions with new people, new areas, new organizations, and come along for the ride, right? And learn from this amazing group of people, and we'll continue to help patients no matter where they're at.
Beautiful. There's a little island archipelago down just off the coast of Florida. So if you're listening, Sasha, jump on board. It's a brilliant profession. It's a brilliant organization. I look forward to the next Congress, but not as much as this moment. It's been truly humbling experience to sit, to chat with you, to share your visions, the unified approach to what this profession is and can be. Thank you so much for your time. And if anybody wants to share where you can be found, go ahead.
Thank you.
You can reach out to me at president@nata.org.
And I'm at bzeller@winona.edu.
And I'm at kkid@athletictherapy.org.
Heng-Ju from Taiwan, you can search for the title TATS.
Beautiful. Great shares. Really appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the conference. We'll see you for coffees or other beverages later on for a little bit more of the social aspect and those connections. Thanks so much.
Thanks again for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this community. Check us out online, firststartherapy.com. That's FIRSTAR therapy.com. Or email us with feedback, consult@firststartherapy.com. CONSULT@firststartherapy.com. On Instagram @firststar.therapy, and our podcast host @letschat.at. This is First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast.